Your summer just got a kick up the arse. Wakey, wakey, sunseekers. You think you know summer? You think you've got your refreshment game sorted? Think again, you muppets. I'm Hisaria Ayushi, and today we're not mucking about with some lukewarm, flavourless rubbish. We're diving headfirst into the glorious golden god-tier nectar of the gods, the mango shake. This isn't just a drink, it's an experience, a bloody revelation that'll make your taste buds sing and your brain freeze in the best possible way. Forget those overpriced, underwhelming concoctions you buy from some spotty teenager. We're going to make the real deal. So, are you ready to transform your summer from May to magnificent? Good. Because in this video, I'm going to arm you with everything you need to become a mango shake maestro. We'll cover the A to Z, from picking the perfect, sun-kissed mango, no bruised, stringy disappointments here, thank you very much, to blending it into a creamy, dreamy masterpiece that'll have your friends and family begging for the recipe. We'll explore a classic foolproof method, then I'll show you some twists that'll blow your socks off. This isn't just about chucking some fruit in a blender, oh no, it's about understanding the balance of flavors, the texture, the sheer joy of creating something utterly delicious from scratch. By the end of this, you won't just be making mango shakes, you'll be crafting liquid sunshine. So, pay attention, take notes, and for goodness sake, don't even think about using unripe mangoes, or you'll be hearing from me. Let's get started, shall we? Right, let's get one thing straight from the get-go. A mango shake isn't just some pulpy, sugary mess you slurp down to avoid dehydration. No, it's a beautifully crafted beverage, a symphony of flavor and texture that, when done right, epitomizes summer in a glass. Think of it, the luscious sweetness of ripe mangoes perfectly blended with creamy milk or a dairy-free alternative, a hint of sweetener if you absolutely must, and sometimes a touch of spice or another fruit to elevate it from good to bloody brilliant. It's the kind of drink that cools you down from the inside out, a vibrant, golden elixir that screams sunshine and holidays. Its popularity during the sweltering summer months isn't some accident, you know. It's because mangoes are at their peak, bursting with flavor, and their natural sweetness is incredibly satisfying. People crave something refreshing, something that tastes like pure, unadulterated joy, and the mango shake delivers that in spades. It's a versatile beast too, a quick breakfast, a post-workout refuel, an afternoon treat, or even a light dessert. You see them everywhere, from street vendors in bustling markets to high-end cafes, each with their own little twist. But the core essence remains the same. Pure, blissful mango goodness. The beauty of the mango shake lies in its simplicity, yet it offers such a profound sensory experience. The vibrant color alone is enough to cheer you up, isn't it? That glorious sunset orange or deep golden yellow, depending on the mango variety. Then there's the aroma, that intoxicating tropical perfume that transports you straight to a hammock swaying gently under palm trees. And finally, the taste, a rich, creamy, fruity explosion that coats your palate and leaves you wanting more. It's a drink that's both comforting and invigorating. So when we talk about mango shakes, we're talking about a cornerstone of summer refreshment. It's a tradition in many cultures, a beloved treat that transcends age and preference. It's more than just fruit and milk. It's a mood, an escape, a delicious, creamy hug in a glass. And if you haven't experienced a truly fantastic homemade mango shake, then frankly, you've been missing out. But don't you worry, we're about to rectify that, aren't we? Let's get you lot up to speed. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. It's a shake, Gordon. It's got to be full of sugar. Not exactly health food, is it? Well, hold your horses, you cynics. While we aim for delicious, let's not forget that the star of our show, the magnificent mango, is an absolute powerhouse of nutrients. This isn't just about taste, it's about fueling your body with some proper goodness. Mangoes are packed, and I mean packed, with vitamins. We're talking serious levels of vitamin C, which, as you should know, is crucial for your immune system, keeps those pesky summer colds at bay, doesn't it? And that's not all. Oh no, these golden orbs of deliciousness are also loaded with vitamin A, brilliant for your eyesight, so you can spot a perfectly ripe mango from a mile off, and fantastic for your skin, giving you that healthy summer glow. Then there are the antioxidants. Mangoes are brimming with these little warriors like mangiferin, catechins and anthocyanins, which fight off those nasty free radicals in your body. Think of them as your internal bodyguards, keeping things in top shape and potentially reducing the risk of chronic diseases. So every sip of that shake is doing you a bit of good. Let's talk about fiber, shall we? Something many of you probably don't get enough of. Mangoes are a fantastic source of dietary fiber, which is absolutely essential for good digestion. It keeps things moving smoothly, if you catch my drift, and can help you feel fuller for longer, so you're not reaching for those rubbish sugary snacks and biscuits 5 minutes later. This fiber content also helps in regulating blood sugar levels, which is a big plus. So a mango shake can actually be a pretty smart choice, contributing to a healthy gut and overall well-being. So you see, it's not just a pretty fruit, it's a nutritional champion. Beyond vitamins and fiber, mangoes also provide folate, a bit of vitamin K, potassium and magnesium, all essential minerals that your body needs to function properly. They're naturally sweet, meaning you can often cut back on added sugars in your shake, which is always a win. So when you're enjoying that delicious creamy mango shake, you can also give yourself a pat on the back for choosing an ingredient that's working hard for your health. Beautiful, isn't it? Right, this is absolutely crucial, so listen up. You can have the best blender, the finest milk, but if your mango is rubbish, your shake will be rubbish. It's as simple as that. Choosing the perfect mango is an art, and I'm going to make artists out of all of you. First things first, forget about the color as the sole indicator of ripeness. Some varieties stay green even when they're perfectly ripe, while others turn a beautiful sunset orange or deep red. What you really need to rely on is your sense of touch and smell. A ripe mango will yield gently to pressure, much like a ripe peach or avocado. Not mushy, mind you, but with a slight give. Next, get your nose in there. A ripe mango will have a distinctly sweet, fruity aroma at the stem end. If it smells slightly fermented or alcoholic, it's overripe. Leave it. If it smells of nothing, it's probably not ripe enough and will taste like cardboard. We want that rich, tropical perfume that screams, "Eat me." Don't be shy, pick it up, give it a gentle squeeze. Have a good sniff. Look for fruit that's plump and rounded, especially around the stem. Avoid mangoes with bruised skin, black spots, or shriveled, wrinkly bits. Those are signs of a mango past its prime or one that's been mishandled. Now let's talk varieties, because not all mangoes are created equal when it comes to shakes. For a super creamy, less fibrous shake, you want varieties like Alfonso, the king of mangoes, incredibly fragrant and sweet, or Kent, which is juicy, tender, and has minimal fibers. Keat is another good option, often larger and staying green when ripe. Honey mangoes, also known as Atalfo, are fantastic too. They're small, sweet, and have a buttery texture. Varieties like Tommy Atkins, while commonly available and visually appealing with their red blush, can sometimes be more fibrous. If that's all you can get, make sure it's very ripe, or you might need to strain your shake. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to become a mango detective. Use your senses. Feel for that gentle give. Smell for that sweet, intoxicating aroma. Look for plump, unblemished skin. And if you can, ask your greengrocer for their recommendation for shake-making mangoes. They often know which varieties are at their peak. Get this part right and you're halfway to a bloody brilliant mango shake. Get it wrong and, well, don't come crying to me when your shake tastes like disappointment. All right, you've got your perfect mangoes. You're practically a mango whisperer now. But even the best mango needs a few good mates to become a truly spectacular shake. Let's talk about the essential ingredients. First up, obviously, is the star ripe mangoes. We've covered that. Next, you need a liquid base. Traditionally, that's milk-full fat milk will give you the creamiest, richest result, but semi-skimmed works too if you're watching the calories. The milk not only adds to the creamy texture, but also provides protein and calcium, which is a nice little bonus. Then we need to consider sweetness. Ripe mangoes are often sweet enough on their own, especially varieties like Alfonso or Honey, but depending on your mango's sweetness and your personal preference, you might want to add a touch of sweetener. Now, don't go drowning it in refined sugar, for goodness sake. A little bit of honey, a splash of maple syrup, or even a few dates can add a natural sweetness that complements the mango beautifully. Some people like to use a simple sugar syrup, which dissolves easily. My advice? Taste your mango first, then decide if it needs any help in the sweetness department. Less is often more. Next, let's talk about chill factor and texture. Ice cubes are a must for a truly refreshing cold shake. They also help to thicken it up. Some people even use frozen mango chunks instead of fresh mangoes and ice, which gives an intensely fruity and thick shake. A brilliant idea, actually. For extra creaminess, a dollop of plain yogurt or Greek yogurt can work wonders. It adds a slight tang, which can be lovely, and even more protein. A scoop of vanilla ice cream will turn your shake into a decadent dessert, not an everyday thing, mind you, but a fantastic treat. And finally, consider a little something extra, a flavor enhancer. A pinch of cardamom powder is a classic addition in many Indian mango lassis and shakes, and it adds a beautiful warming aroma that contrasts wonderfully with the cool mango. Some people like a tiny squeeze of lime or lemon juice to brighten the flavors, especially if the mango is overwhelmingly sweet. A sprig of fresh mint for garnish not only looks pretty, but adds a hint of freshness. These aren't all strictly essential, but they can elevate your shake from good to, oh my God, this is incredible. Right, enough chit-chat. Let's get down to brass tacks and make a bloody brilliant classic mango shake. This is your foundation, your go-to recipe. Master this and then you can start getting all fancy later. First, you need your star player, 1 large ripe mango, or about 1.5 to 2 cups of mango chunks. Peel it, remove that big pesky stone in the middle carefully, don't want any accidents, and chop the luscious flesh into manageable pieces. If you've picked a good one, it should smell absolutely divine at this point. Get those beautiful golden chunks into your blender. Next, the liquid. We're going for about 1 cup of cold milk. As I said, full fat will give you the best texture, but use what you prefer. Pour it straight over the mango chunks. Now, for the chill factor, add about 4 to 6 ice cubes. If your mango isn't super sweet, or if you have a particularly sweet tooth, tut-tut, this is where you can add your sweetener. Start with a teaspoon of honey or sugar, or 1 pitted date. You can always add more later if needed, but you can't take it out, can you? So don't go overboard, you donut. Now lid on the blender and make sure it's on properly, unless you want to redecorate your kitchen with mango puree. Start blending on a low speed to break everything down, then crank it up to high and blend until it's completely smooth and creamy. This might take a minute or two. You're looking for a vortex to form in the middle and no lumpy bits. If it's too thick for your liking, you can add a splash more milk. If it's too thin, well, you probably added too much milk, didn't you? Or not enough mango. A few more ice cubes can help thicken it up a bit. Once it's perfectly smooth, velvety, and utterly irresistible, stop the blender. Have a quick taste. Need a bit more sweetness? Add it now and give it another quick whiz. Perfect? Brilliant. Pour it into a tall chilled glass. Garnish with a small slice of mango on the rim, or a sprig of mint if you're feeling fancy. Serve it immediately. There you have it, a classic mango shake, made properly, simple, delicious, and 1,000,000 times better than anything you can buy. Now, don't mess it up. All right, you've mastered the classic. Well done, pat on the back. But don't get complacent, you lazy blighters. The world of mango shakes is vast and exciting. Let's inject some tropical sunshine and explore some variations that will transport your taste buds straight to a Caribbean beach. Think beyond just mango and milk. We're talking about layering flavors, adding textures, and creating something truly special. First up, let's consider other tropical fruits that play beautifully with mango. Pineapple is a fantastic partner. Its tartness cuts through the mango's sweetness, creating a vibrant, zesty shake. Just add half a cup of fresh or frozen pineapple chunks along with your mango. Another brilliant contender is coconut. Oh yes, for a truly decadent pina colada-esque vibe, minus the rum unless you're feeling naughty, try using coconut milk instead of regular milk. The creamy, nutty flavor of coconut complements mango perfectly. You can even add a tablespoon of desiccated coconut or toasted coconut flakes into the blend for extra texture and flavor. Or how about passion fruit? The intense, tangy flavor and crunchy seeds of passion fruit can add an incredible dimension to your mango shake. Scoop out the pulp of 1 or 2 passion fruits and add it to the blender. It's a flavor explosion, I tell you. What about a banana? Adding half a ripe banana can make your shake even creamier and naturally sweeter, reducing the need for added sugar. It also adds a lovely smooth texture and a potassium boost. Just don't overdo it, or the banana flavor might overpower the delicate mango. Another exotic twist is to incorporate a hint of ginger. A small piece of fresh ginger, grated or finely chopped, added to the blender, will give your shake a warm, spicy kick that's surprisingly refreshing and works wonderfully with the sweet mango. It's a bit more grown up, a bit more sophisticated, and let's not forget about a squeeze of fresh lime juice. While not a fruit addition in itself, a dash of lime can elevate all these tropical flavors, making them brighter and more pronounced. It cuts through the richness and adds a beautiful, zesty finish. So experiment. Try a mango pineapple coconut concoction, or a mango passion fruit delight, or a creamy mango banana blend with a hint of ginger. The possibilities are endless. Just remember to balance the flavors. We're aiming for a harmonious blend, not a chaotic fruit salad in a glass. Right, listen up, all you dairy dodgers and plant-based warriors. Just because you don't do dairy doesn't mean you have to miss out on the gloriousness of a creamy mango shake. Absolutely not. Creating a sensational vegan or dairy-free mango shake is not just possible, it's incredibly easy and often even more delicious and interesting. The key is choosing the right non-dairy milk alternative. There are so many fantastic options out there now, each bringing its own unique character to the shake. Let's explore some of the best contenders for the job, shall we? Almond milk is a popular choice. It's relatively low in calories and has a mild, slightly nutty flavor that doesn't overpower the mango. Unsweetened almond milk is best, so you can control the sweetness yourself. Soy milk is another good option, generally creamier than almond milk, and it packs a good protein punch. Again, go for unsweetened if you can. Then there's oat milk, which has become a huge favorite for its naturally sweet taste and incredibly creamy texture. Very similar to dairy milk, it froths up beautifully and makes for a truly luscious shake. This one's a winner in my book. For a real tropical vibe, as we touched on before, coconut milk is your champion. Full-fat canned coconut milk will give you an ultra-creamy, rich and decadent shake. Light coconut milk works too, for a less intense flavor and fewer calories. The natural synergy between mango and coconut is undeniable. You could also try cashew milk, which is known for its creamy consistency and mild flavor, or even rice milk, though it tends to be thinner, so you might need to add a thickening agent like a banana or some vegan yogurt to compensate. And speaking of thickeners, if you're going dairy-free, you might want to think about how to maintain that lovely creamy texture. Frozen mango chunks are your best friend here, as they create a thicker, frostier shake. Adding half a ripe banana, as mentioned, works wonders. A scoop of dairy-free yogurt, coconut yogurt, soy yogurt, or almond yogurt can also add creaminess and a pleasant tang. Some people even use silken tofu for a protein boost and ultra-smooth texture, believe it or not. So, there you have it, no excuses. Delicious, creamy, vibrant mango shakes are for everyone. Alright, so your mango shake is already pretty damn good for you, thanks to our star ingredient. But what if I told you you could take it to the next level? What if you could turn that delicious treat into a veritable elixir of health, a nutritional powerhouse that not only tastes amazing, but also gives your body an extra kick up the backside? We're talking about superfoods, my friends. These aren't just trendy buzzwords. These are ingredients packed with incredible benefits, and they can be seamlessly blended into your mango shake without ruining the flavor. In fact, some can even enhance it. First up, let's talk seeds. Chia seeds are tiny little powerhouses. They're loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, protein, and antioxidants. When soaked in liquid, they form a gel-like consistency, which can actually help thicken your shake and keep you feeling full for longer. Just a tablespoon blended in is all you need. Then there are flax seeds, another fantastic source of omega-3s and fiber. You'll want to use ground flax seeds, flaxseed meal, for better absorption of nutrients. Again, a tablespoon is plenty. They have a mild, nutty flavor that's barely detectable in a fruity shake. How about adding some greens without making your shake taste like lawn clippings? Spinach is your secret weapon here. A handful of fresh baby spinach blends in surprisingly well with mango, and its flavor is easily masked by the fruit's sweetness. You get a fantastic boost of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, and your shake might turn a lovely light green, but the taste remains predominantly mango. Kale works too, but it has a stronger flavor, so start small. Spirulina, a blue-green algae, is another option for the adventurous. It's incredibly nutrient-dense, packed with protein, B vitamins and iron, but it does have a distinct taste, so use it sparingly, half a teaspoon to start. Other superfood boosters could include matcha powder for a gentle caffeine lift and a dose of antioxidants, or protein powder, whey, casein, or plant-based if you're looking to make your shake a proper meal replacement or a post-workout recovery drink. A sprinkle of turmeric with its anti-inflammatory properties can also be added, especially if paired with a pinch of black pepper to aid absorption. The mango's sweetness will balance its earthy flavor, so don't be afraid to experiment. A little boost can go a long way to making your delicious mango shake even more bloody brilliant for your body. Right, let's talk texture. Because a mango shake isn't just about flavor, it's about that luscious, smooth, perfectly sippable consistency. Get it wrong, and you end up with something too watery that disappears in 2 gulps. Or something so thick you need a bloody spoon and a chisel to get through it. We're aiming for that Goldilocks zone. Just right. Creamy but not heavy, smooth but with a satisfying body. So how do we achieve this perfect harmony every single time? It's not rocket science, but it does require a bit of attention to detail. The first and most obvious factor is the ratio of mango to liquid. This is your primary control knob for thickness. More mango or less liquid equals a thicker shake. Less mango or more liquid equals a thinner shake. A good starting point is usually 1 part mango to 1 part liquid by volume. For example, 1 cup of mango chunks to 1 cup of milk. But this can vary depending on the water content of your mangoes and the type of liquid you're using, so always be prepared to adjust. It's easier to thin a shakedown by adding more liquid than it is to thicken it up significantly after the fact. Next up, frozen ingredients are your secret weapon for thickness and chill. Using frozen mango chunks instead of fresh ones will instantly give you a thicker, frostier, more milkshake-like consistency. It also means you might need less ice or even no ice at all, preventing your shake from becoming diluted as the ice melts. If you only have fresh mangoes, make sure your milk is very cold and don't skimp on the ice cubes. The colder the ingredients, the thicker and more refreshing the shake will generally be. Other ingredients can also play a big role in texture. As we've discussed, a scoop of yogurt, dairy or non-dairy, a quarter or half a banana, or even a tablespoon of chia seeds, pre-soaked or blended dry, can add significant creaminess and body. A spoonful of nut butter, like almond or cashew butter, can also contribute to a richer, thicker texture, along with extra protein and flavor. Conversely, if your shake is too thick, simply add more of your chosen liquid milk, water, or juice, a tablespoon at a time, blending briefly after each addition until you reach your desired consistency. Don't just dump a load in or you'll overshoot. Finally, your blender matters. A high-powered blender will do a much better job of pulverizing ice and frozen fruit, resulting in a smoother, more homogeneous shake with no gritty bits or chunks. If you have a less powerful blender, you might need to blend for longer, or chop your ingredients smaller, or even strain the shake if you're using particularly fibrous mangoes. Pay attention to the sound of your blender. When it starts to labor, it might be too thick. When it whirs freely and you see a nice vortex, you're usually in a good place. So experiment, adjust, and find that perfect texture that makes you go, bloody lovely. Alright, so you've mastered the art of drinking your mango shake. Bravo. But who says the fun has to stop there? Why confine this glorious golden nectar to just a glass? Think outside the box, you culinary adventurers. Your leftover mango shake, or even a batch made specifically for this purpose, can be transformed into a whole host of other delicious treats. Let's unlock some creative potential, shall we? First up, and perhaps the most obvious, is mango shake popsicles. What could be more refreshing on a scorching summer day? Simply pour your mango shake mixture into popsicle molds, pop in the sticks and freeze for a few hours. Voila! Healthy, homemade mango ice lollies that kids and adults will absolutely adore. You can even add small chunks of fresh mango or other fruits into the molds before pouring for extra texture and visual appeal. This is a brilliant way to use up any leftover shake and ensure nothing goes to waste. Plus, they look absolutely stunning, those vibrant golden popsicles. A real crowd pleaser and so easy, it's almost cheating. Next, how about a mango shake smoothie bowl? This is perfect if you've made your shake extra thick. Pour it into a bowl and then get creative with toppings. Sliced fresh mango, berries, granola, toasted coconut flakes, chia seeds, a drizzle of honey or nut butter. The possibilities are endless. It turns your shake into a more substantial, satisfying meal, perfect for breakfast or a healthy dessert. It's visually appealing, packed with nutrients, and allows for so much customization. A feast for the eyes and the stomach. But wait, there's more. You can use your mango shake mixture as a base for a no-bake mango cheesecake filling. Blend it with some cream cheese, or vegan cream cheese, a little extra sweetener if needed, and a setting agent like agar-agar if you want it firmer. Pour it over a biscuit base and chill. Delicious. Or how about using it as a drizzle over pancakes, waffles, or French toast for a tropical breakfast treat? You could even incorporate it into a chia seed pudding. Mix your mango shake with chia seeds, let it set in the fridge, and you have a creamy, fruity pudding. So don't just drink it, get creative. Right, you've whipped up a batch of absolutely stunning mango shake, but what if you can't guzzle it all down in one go? Or what if you're one of those organized people, a rare breed I know, and you want to make it ahead of time? Storing and serving your mango shake properly is key to maintaining its flavor, texture, and overall fabulousness. Get this wrong and your liquid gold can turn into a separated, watery disappointment. And we don't want that, do we? Absolutely not. Ideally, a mango shake is best enjoyed fresh, straight from the blender when it's at its peak of creamy, cold perfection. That's when the flavors are brightest and the texture is spot on. However, if you do need to store it, your best bet is an airtight container in the refrigerator. This will help prevent it from absorbing any unwanted fridge odors and will slow down oxidation, which can affect the color and taste. Try to fill the container as much as possible to minimize air contact. It should keep reasonably well for up to 24 hours. Now, be warned, some separation is natural, especially if you've used just mango and milk without any thickeners like yogurt or banana. The fruit pulp might settle a bit, don't panic. Before serving, just give it a good stir with a spoon, or even better, a quick whiz in the blender for a few seconds to bring it back to its former glory. If you've used ice, remember that it will melt over time in the fridge, potentially making your shake a bit thinner. That's another reason why using frozen mango chunks is a brilliant idea if you plan to store it. When it comes to serving, presentation matters, even if it's just for yourself. A chilled glass always makes a difference. Pop your glasses in the freezer for 10 to 15 minutes before serving. Garnish a slice of fresh mango on the rim of the glass, a sprig of mint, a tiny sprinkle of cardamom, or even a colorful paper straw can elevate the experience from a simple drink to a proper treat. If you're serving it at a party, consider offering a little bowl of toasted coconut flakes or chopped nuts on the side for people to sprinkle on top. Little touches make a big impact. So treat your mango shake with the respect it deserves, from storage to serving. So you've got your glorious mango shake, a glass of pure sunshine, but what if you're feeling a bit peckish? What if you want a little something to nibble on alongside your creamy concoction? Choosing the right snack or dessert to pair with your mango shake can elevate the whole experience, turning it into a truly satisfying treat. We're looking for flavors and textures that complement the sweet tropical notes of the mango without overpowering it or, heaven forbid, clashing with it. It's all about balance, you see. For a light, savory contrast, think about something with a bit of spice or salt. Crispy, lightly salted vegetable crisps. Perhaps some sweet potato or taro root crisps can be a wonderful counterpoint to the shake's sweetness and creaminess. Even a small bowl of roasted, salted nuts like almonds or cashews can work beautifully, adding a lovely crunch. If you're feeling a bit more adventurous, some Indian snacks like samosas or pakoras with their savory, spicy flavors can be surprisingly good partners, especially if your shake has that traditional cardamom hint. If you're leaning towards a sweeter pairing, be careful not to overdo the sugar. You don't want a sweetness overload that'll send you into a diabetic coma. Light, buttery biscuits or shortbread cookies can be a delightful accompaniment, perfect for dipping if your shake is thick enough. A plain, not too sweet cake, like a simple pound cake or an angel food cake, can also be lovely. The key is to choose something that isn't intensely flavored itself, allowing the mango to remain the star of the show. For a healthier, more refreshing pairing, consider a platter of other fresh tropical fruits. Slices of pineapple, kiwi, or some fresh berries can complement the mango shake beautifully, creating a vibrant and light fruit feast. A light coconut sorbet or a tangy lime sorbet could also be a fantastic dessert pairing, offering a different texture and a complementary citrusy or tropical note. The aim is to enhance your mango shake experience, not to compete with it, so think about contrasting textures and complementary flavors. Right, let's be honest. As simple as a mango shake seems, there are plenty of ways you lot can muck it up. I've seen it all. Shakes that are too watery, too lumpy, too sweet, or taste like disappointment. So let's go through some common mistakes to avoid, so your mango shake journey is smooth sailing, not a bloody disaster. The first, and possibly most unforgivable sin, is using unripe or poor quality mangoes. If your mango is hard, sour, or stringy, your shake will be, frankly, disgusting. No amount of sugar or blending can save it. So refer back to chapter 3 and choose your mangoes wisely, you donkeys. Another classic blunder is getting the mango to liquid ratio completely wrong. Too much liquid and you end up with sad, watery, mango-flavored milk. Too little liquid or too much ice, and your blender will sound like it's chewing gravel, and you'll need a spoon, not a straw. Start with a 1-to-1 ratio and adjust. Remember, you can always add more liquid to thin it, but it's harder to thicken it without compromising flavor or adding unwanted calories. Pay attention, and don't just chuck things in willy-nilly. Over-sweetening is a crime against mangoes. Good quality ripe mangoes are naturally sweet. Taste your mango first. Don't just automatically dump in half a cup of sugar like some sort of sugar-crazed maniac. Add sweetener sparingly, tasting as you go. You want to enhance the mango flavor, not obliterate it under a mountain of sucrose. Also, not blending enough is a common pitfall. Nobody wants a lumpy shake with unappetizing bits of unblended fruit or ice. Give it enough time in the blender to become perfectly smooth and creamy. Listen to your blender, it'll tell you when it's done. Finally, a mistake many people make is not chilling their ingredients or their serving glass. A mango shake is meant to be a refreshing, cool drink. Using room temperature mangoes and milk and then pouring it into a warm glass will result in a lukewarm, unappetizing concoction. Use cold milk, frozen mango if possible, plenty of ice, and chill those glasses. It makes a world of difference. Avoid these pitfalls and you'll be making mango shakes that would even make me crack a smile, maybe. All right, I can hear your little brains whirring with questions. Gordon, can I stop your blathering? I've probably heard it all before. So let's tackle some of the most frequently asked questions about mango shakes, so you have absolutely no excuse for not making a perfect one. First up, can I make a mango shake without a blender? Look, ideally you need a blender for that smooth, creamy texture. However, if you're absolutely desperate, you could try mashing very ripe mango pulp thoroughly with a fork, then whisking it vigorously with milk. It'll be more rustic, perhaps a bit lumpy, but it's better than nothing. But seriously, get a blender. How long does a mango shake last in the fridge? As I mentioned earlier, it's best fresh, but it can last up to 24 hours in an airtight container in the fridge. It might separate, so give it a good stir or a quick reblend before serving. Don't expect it to be pristine after 2 days, though. Use your common sense. If it smells off or looks dodgy, bin it. Can I use canned mango pulp instead of fresh mangoes? Yes, you can. It's a convenient option, especially when fresh mangoes are out of season. However, be aware that canned pulp is often sweetened, so you'll likely need to adjust or omit any added sugar in your recipe. And frankly, fresh is always best for flavor. My mango shake is too fibrous. What can I do? This usually happens if you've used a particularly stringy mango variety, like a Tommy Atkins that wasn't perfectly ripe. If it's already blended, your best bet is to strain the shake through a fine mesh sieve to remove the fibers. It's a bit of a faff, but it'll result in a much smoother drink. Next time, choose a less fibrous mango variety like Alfonso or Kent, or make sure your mango is very, very ripe. Is it okay to add alcohol to a mango shake? Well, feeling a bit cheeky, are we? Yes, you can. A splash of white rum, coconut rum, or even vodka can turn your mango shake into a delicious adult beverage. Just do it responsibly and obviously not for the kids. Can I freeze mango shake? Yes, you can freeze it, especially in popsicle molds as we discussed. If you freeze it in a container, it will become quite solid. You'd need to thaw it partially and then reblend it to get back to a drinkable consistency, essentially making a mango slushy. What's the difference between a mango shake and a mango lassi? A good question. A traditional mango lassi is yogurt-based, often with mango, yogurt, water or milk, and sometimes spices like cardamom. A mango shake is typically milk-based, though it can include yogurt. Lassis are often tangier due to the higher yogurt content. Both are bloody delicious, though. Any more questions? No? Good, then get blending. Then get eating. Right, we've been on quite a journey, haven't we? From understanding the sheer brilliance of a well-made mango shake to picking the perfect fruit like a seasoned pro. We've dived into the health benefits. Yes, it's not just delicious, it's actually good for you, you lucky devils. We've covered the essential ingredients, the classic recipe, and even ventured into exciting tropical variations and dairy-free alternatives. You've learned how to supercharge it with nutrients and achieve that elusive, perfect consistency. We've even explored what to do with it beyond just drinking the damn thing. You now know how to store it, serve it with flair, and what delightful morsels to pair it with. And most importantly, I've armed you with the knowledge to avoid those common, idiotic mistakes that can turn a potential masterpiece into a muddled mess. We've even waded through your most pressing questions, leaving no stone unturned, no excuse valid for not producing a top-tier mango shake. You are now equipped, you're informed, and hopefully you're inspired to embrace the glorious mango shake as your ultimate summer companion. This isn't just about following a recipe, it's about understanding the ingredients, respecting the process, and putting a little bit of passion into what you're creating. A homemade mango shake crafted with care is a world away from any pre-made rubbish you can buy. It's fresher, it's tastier, and you have complete control over what goes into it. It's a simple pleasure, yes, but in a world full of complications, sometimes simple pleasures are exactly what we bloody well need, especially during those long, hot summer days. So the power is now in your hands. Take this knowledge, get into that kitchen, and start experimenting. Find your perfect mango, your favorite blend, your signature twist. Make shakes for yourself, for your family, for your friends. Spread the joy of the mango. Let this summer be the summer you truly mastered the art of the mango shake, transforming those golden fruits into liquid sunshine that brightens even the hottest of days. Don't just make a shake, make a statement. Right, that's it. Class dismissed. You've got all the tools, all the tips, all the bloody secrets to making a mango shake that's not just good, but absolutely sensational. If you mess this up now, after all this, then frankly there's no hope for you, you absolute donut. I've poured my heart and soul and a considerable amount of shouting into teaching you the ways of the mango. So, don't you dare disappoint me by making some watery, tasteless slop. I expect to see Instagram flooded with pictures of your golden, creamy masterpieces. I want to hear stories of your friends and family fainting with delight at the sheer deliciousness you've managed to conjure up. This isn't just a drink, it's a statement. It's you telling the world, I know how to make a damn good mango shake and summer is my bitch. So get your aprons on, get those blenders whirring and make me proud. And if you enjoyed this, if you actually learned something useful for a change, then do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe for more no-nonsense brilliance from yours truly, Hisaria Ayushi, and share it with anyone else who's still living in the dark ages of bad shakes. Now get out of my sight and go make some magic. And remember, use ripe mangoes for crying out loud. Go on, off you go.